Once upon a time, growing older was seen as a sign of wisdom. People respected their elders because they had lived through challenges, learned valuable lessons, and understood what truly mattered in life. But today, many people over 60 unknowingly carry habits that silently steal their energy, weaken their bodies, and increase the risk of disease. The frightening part is that these habits often seem completely normal. They don't cause immediate pain. They don't send loud warning signs. Instead, they slowly chip away at your health day after day until one morning, climbing the stairs feels exhausting. Remembering names becomes difficult. Your joints ache for no obvious reason. And your doctor starts mentioning words like osteoporosis, diabetes, heart disease, or cognitive decline. What if I told you that some of the biggest threats to healthy aging aren't your age at all? They're the daily routines you've repeated for years without realizing the damage they cause. The good news is that your body is incredibly resilient. Even after 60, it continues to repair itself, build stronger muscles, improve brain function, and protect your heart when you give it the right conditions. Research continues to show that healthy lifestyle changes made later in life can dramatically improve both lifespan and, more importantly, health span. The number of years you remain active, independent, and mentally sharp. Today we're talking about 7 habits every person over 60 should stop doing immediately if they want to enjoy more energy, better mobility, sharper memory, and a healthier future. Some of these habits may surprise you because they've become so common that many people assume they're harmless. Stay with me until the end because the final habit is one of the most overlooked dangers, yet eliminating it could have one of the biggest impacts on your quality of life. Let's begin with the first habit. One of the most damaging things many older adults do every day is sitting for long periods without moving. It's easy to understand why. Retirement often changes daily routines. Long commutes disappear. Busy work schedules slow down. More time is spent watching television, reading, browsing the internet, or relaxing in a comfortable chair. While rest is important, too much sitting sends your body into decline. Scientists often describe prolonged sitting as the new smoking because of its widespread effects on health. When you remain seated for hours, your muscles become inactive, blood circulation slows, your metabolism drops, blood sugar regulation becomes less efficient. Over time, muscle mass begins to disappear, especially in the legs and hips. This condition, known as sarcopenia, naturally accelerates with age, but becomes much worse when physical activity decreases. Imagine your muscles as the engine of your body. Every movement tells your brain, bones, heart, and metabolism that you're still active and capable. When that engine stays idle for too long, every system begins slowing down. Poor circulation also increases the risk of blood clots, swollen ankles, and reduced oxygen delivery throughout the body. Sitting too long contributes to back pain, stiff joints, poor posture, and even memory problems because physical movement stimulates blood flow to the brain. The encouraging news is that you don't need intense workouts to reverse much of this damage. Simply standing up every 30 to 60 minutes can make a remarkable difference. Walk around the room, stretch your arms, march in place, water your plants, walk to the mailbox, do gentle chair exercises if balance is an issue. Small movements performed consistently throughout the day are incredibly powerful. Many people believe they exercise enough because they take one morning walk. That's wonderful, but if the remaining 12 hours are spent sitting, your body still experiences many harmful effects of inactivity. Think of movement as medicine that works best when taken throughout the entire day. Now let's talk about another habit that quietly weakens nearly every organ in the body. Many adults over 60 stop eating enough protein because their appetite decreases, chewing becomes more difficult, or they mistakenly believe they need less food as they age. While calorie needs may decline slightly, protein needs often become even more important. Protein isn't just for athletes or bodybuilders. Every day your muscles, skin, immune system, hormones, and internal organs rely on amino acids to repair and maintain themselves. After age 60, the body's ability to use protein becomes less efficient, meaning older adults often need higher quality protein to maintain muscle strength. Without enough protein, muscles shrink faster, balance worsens, recovery from illness takes longer, even small falls become more dangerous because weaker muscles provide less protection. Think about someone who struggles to rise from a chair without using their hands. That's often not simply aging. It's frequently the result of progressive muscle loss that has developed over many years. Fortunately, improving protein intake doesn't require expensive supplements. Lean chicken, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, lentils, tofu, and nuts all contribute valuable protein. Spreading protein throughout the day rather than eating most of it at dinner may also improve how effectively your body uses it. Combining adequate protein with simple strength exercises creates one of the most powerful combinations for healthy aging. Even light resistance bands, bodyweight exercises, or lifting small household objects can stimulate muscles to stay stronger much longer. Our next habit may sound harmless, but it affects millions of people every single night. Many adults treat poor sleep as a normal part of getting older. They say things like, "I'm old, I only need 5 hours," or "Everyone wakes up several times during the night." While sleep patterns can change with age, chronic poor sleep should never simply be accepted. During deep sleep, your brain performs critical housekeeping functions. It clears waste products, strengthens memories, balances hormones, and supports immune health. Your body repairs tissues, regulates blood pressure, and helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. When sleep is constantly interrupted or shortened, these repair systems never fully complete their work. Lack of sleep has been associated with higher risks of heart disease, obesity, depression, weakened immunity, memory decline, and reduced reaction time. It can even increase the likelihood of falls because fatigue affects balance and concentration. Improving sleep often starts with surprisingly simple habits. Go to bed at the same time each night. Reduce bright screens before bedtime. Keep the bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. Limit heavy meals and caffeine late in the day. Spend time outdoors in natural sunlight during the morning because sunlight helps regulate your body's internal clock. If you snore loudly, wake up gasping for air, or remain exhausted despite spending enough hours in bed, speak with your healthcare provider. Conditions like sleep apnea become more common with age and are highly treatable. Good sleep isn't a luxury, it's one of the body's most powerful repair mechanisms. The fourth habit may surprise many viewers because it involves something nearly everyone experiences every day. Too many people live with constant stress and assume it's simply part of life. They worry about finances, family, health, or the future from morning until night. While occasional stress is normal, chronic stress places enormous strain on the aging body. Every stressful thought activates hormones designed for emergencies. Your heart beats faster, blood pressure rises, blood sugar increases, muscles tighten. This response is helpful if you're escaping danger, but when it continues day after day, the body never fully returns to a relaxed state. Over time, chronic stress contributes to inflammation, weakened immunity, digestive problems, sleep disturbances, anxiety, depression, and increased risks of cardiovascular disease. Perhaps you've noticed someone who seems 10 years younger than their age. Often it isn't because of expensive treatments. It's because they've learned how to protect their peace. They laugh often, stay socially connected, spend time in nature, practice gratitude, accept what they cannot control. Simple daily habits such as slow breathing, gentle stretching, prayer, meditation, listening to calming music, gardening, or spending meaningful time with loved ones can significantly reduce stress hormones. Remember, protecting your emotional health is every bit as important as protecting your physical health. We'll continue with habits 5 through 7 in the next part, where we'll cover some of the most overlooked behaviors that silently accelerate aging, including one habit that many people do every single day without realizing how much it affects their brain, heart, and overall longevity. The fifth habit is one that often begins with good intentions but quietly creates serious health problems over time. It's ignoring thirst and becoming chronically dehydrated. As we get older, something interesting happens inside the body. The natural sensation of thirst becomes weaker. In other words, your body may already need water long before you actually feel thirsty. Many older adults assume they are drinking enough because they don't feel dehydrated, but mild dehydration is surprisingly common after the age of 60. Water is involved in nearly every process that keeps you alive. It helps transport nutrients to your cells, cushions your joints, regulates body temperature, supports digestion, protects your kidneys, and allows your heart to pump blood more efficiently. Even your brain depends on proper hydration to function at its best. When your body doesn't receive enough fluids, the effects can appear gradually. You may notice fatigue that seems to come out of nowhere. You might experience headaches, dry skin, muscle cramps, dizziness when standing, constipation, or trouble concentrating. Some people even mistake dehydration for memory loss or confusion because the symptoms can be surprisingly similar. Imagine trying to run a car with very little engine oil. The engine may still work for a while, but every moving part experiences more friction and more strain. Your body works in much the same way. Without enough water, every organ has to work harder. Dehydration can also increase the risk of urinary tract infections and kidney stones, both of which become more common with age. It may even contribute to dangerous falls because dehydration can lower blood pressure, making you feel lightheaded when you stand up. Fortunately, staying hydrated doesn't have to be complicated. Keep a reusable water bottle nearby throughout the day. Drink small amounts regularly instead of waiting until you're extremely thirsty. Foods like watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, strawberries, tomatoes, soups, and yogurt also contribute to your daily fluid intake. If your doctor has advised you to limit fluids because of a medical condition such as heart failure or kidney disease, always follow their guidance. Otherwise, making hydration a daily priority is one of the simplest ways to support your body from head to toe. Now let's move to habit number 6, and this one may be affecting your health even if you believe you're eating well. Many people over 60 continue eating the same way they did decades ago, without realizing that their body's nutritional needs have changed. Processed foods, sugary snacks, refined carbohydrates, and highly salty meals may have seemed harmless in younger years. But as metabolism slows and the body becomes less efficient at repairing itself, these foods can accelerate aging in ways that aren't immediately obvious. Think about what happens after eating a meal loaded with refined sugar and processed ingredients. Blood sugar rises quickly. The body releases insulin to bring it back down. Repeating this cycle day after day places enormous stress on your metabolism. Over time, this can contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and inflammation. Inflammation is often called the silent fire inside the body because it damages tissues slowly over many years. It has been linked to heart disease, arthritis, certain cancers, cognitive decline, and many other chronic conditions associated with aging. Highly processed foods also tend to contain fewer vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants than whole foods. Your body may be getting plenty of calories while still missing the nutrients it desperately needs. Instead of focusing on restrictive diets, think about adding more foods that naturally nourish your body. Fill your plate with colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats like olive oil. Enjoy fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids when possible. Choose lean sources of protein and include plenty of fiber to support digestive health. Small improvements made consistently often produce much greater long-term benefits than dramatic diets that only last a few weeks. One helpful strategy is to ask yourself a simple question before eating. Will this meal help my body repair itself? You don't have to eat perfectly. No one does. But making nourishing foods the foundation of your diet gives your body the building blocks it needs to stay strong and resilient. Now we've reached the 7th and perhaps the most overlooked habit of all. Many older adults slowly withdraw from the world without realizing the profound effect loneliness and social isolation can have on both physical and mental health. Life changes after 60. Children grow up and move away. Friends retire, relocate, or sadly pass away. Health problems may make it harder to get out of the house. Gradually, days become quieter, conversations become fewer, and loneliness begins to feel normal. But loneliness is far more than an emotional experience. Scientists have found that chronic social isolation is associated with an increased risk of depression, anxiety, heart disease, stroke, dementia, weakened immune function, and even premature death. Some researchers suggest that prolonged loneliness may be as harmful to overall health as smoking several cigarettes a day. Human beings are designed for connection. A meaningful conversation, a shared laugh, a warm hug, or simply knowing that someone cares about you can lower stress hormones and improve emotional well-being. Social interaction also keeps your brain active, challenges your memory, and provides a sense of purpose. You don't need dozens of friends to enjoy these benefits. Even 1 or 2 meaningful relationships can make an enormous difference. If you've been feeling isolated, consider taking one small step today. Call a family member you haven't spoken to in a while. Invite a neighbor for tea or coffee. Join a walking group, a community class, a book club, a faith community, or a volunteer organization. Technology can also help bridge the distance through video calls with children, grandchildren, or old friends. Sometimes people avoid reaching out because they don't want to bother anyone. The truth is that many others are waiting for someone to make the first move. Your phone call might brighten someone else's day just as much as it brightens yours. As we come to the end of this discussion, it's important to remember one powerful truth. Healthy aging is not about chasing perfection. It's about making better choices one day at a time. You cannot change the past, but you can absolutely influence what happens next. Every healthy meal is a vote for your future. Every walk strengthens your independence. Every good night's sleep supports your brain. Every glass of water helps your body function more efficiently. Every laugh with a friend nourishes your heart. Every small positive choice compounds over time. Growing older doesn't mean giving up your vitality. It means becoming intentional about protecting it. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine walking with greater confidence, waking up with more energy, remembering names more easily, feeling stronger as you climb the stairs, and enjoying more precious moments with the people you love. Those changes rarely happen because of one dramatic decision. They happen because of the small habits you choose to repeat every single day. So today, take an honest look at your routine. Which of these 7 habits has quietly become part of your life? More importantly, which one will you begin changing today? You don't have to transform everything overnight. Pick one habit, master it, then move to the next. Progress is far more powerful than perfection. Remember, your age is simply a number. Your daily choices are what shape your future. Your body has an incredible ability to adapt, heal, and become stronger when you give it the care it deserves. Start today, stay consistent, and let each healthy decision become an investment in the life you still have ahead of you. This video is intended for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, exercise routine, or medications, especially if you have existing medical conditions. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Wellness Wisdom Daily, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos on healthy aging, nutrition, and lifelong wellness. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 7 habits are you going to change first? Your experience could inspire someone else to take the first step toward a healthier, happier life. Thank you for watching, stay healthy, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next video.